Okay, welcome back to the 31st Irish Open, live from the 18 Lanes Centre in Glamorgan, Dublin, Ireland. Into the final squad of the day, squad 11. And we've got Pete Stevenson for his first outing this year on the featured pair, together with Mariana Metek Skova, Carol Catchpole and Stephen Gill. With you very shortly with full commentary. Okay, welcome back to the 31st Irish Open. Just a few technical issues behind the scenes, just sorting out before we come on to the commentary, but everything looks okay now. Had the stream go down at the beginning of the squad and had to put it back on again. So about halfway through this first game, we've got Peter Stevenson, Pistol Pete as he's known, 28 in the second and then 3 in a row. Got 58 in the third. Mariana Meteksinova is on 75 in the fourth with a spare. Carol Catchpole on 104 in the fifth, and Stephen Gill with a couple of spares and 3 in a row. 37 in the second, 67 in the third. Welcome back to Alison Taylor, Bart Van Kerkhoven, Owen McLaughlin and Brandon Roberts. Pistol Pete through the face for the big four. Not the 4 in a row I was looking for. Final squad of the day. It's been a long day. Getting tired now. Who's going to win this squad? That's the question. Jason Agate's back on again. Lee Cocker's back on. Gavin Greaves bowling his first entry with Pistol Pete Stevenson. Francesca Pulis, or whatever it is it Puis? She's on again. Keep your comment and chat coming in. Keep me awake. Bill Supper. Is it possible that we have Anthony Simonson speaking about Storm and Roto and Chris Sloan speaking about Global and 3G during a broadcast? I can certainly have a word with your staffers and ask if it's possible. In fact, I'll tell them Bill says he wants you on. So I'll have a word with Chris and Mr. Simonson tomorrow. Don't think they're in now. Certainly not on the lanes. We did actually speak to Anthony after the squad win earlier today, Bill. If you check squad 9 at the end of the video, we should have a video of Mr. Simonson. He's basically just bowled with the plastic ball all the way through this, so I don't think he can talk too much about the other balls. He's only really used the plastic one. But Chris has been bowling with a mix of balls, I believe. No problem, Bill. Yeah, as soon as I see Chris and Anthony tomorrow, I'll have a word with them. We'll get them on for a chat. So if you just joined us, you're watching the Irish Open from Leisureplex Stillorgan, Dublin, Ireland. Into squad 11 now, and the first game of 6 in this final squad of the day. Shout out to our sponsors, Storm, 900 Global and 3G Shoes. Thank you again for your kind support this year. The 4th year in a row that we've had Storm as the main sponsor. And thank you to our masking unit sponsors, Starbucks, Eco Hygiene, Mau at Home, Rox Jewelers, Stillorgan Orchard, Dublin Food Sales, Cool Tech Refrigeration, TGI Fridays, Glen Ely Foods, Crumlin Print and the Talbot Hotel. Thank you very much for your kind support again this year. Into frame 7 on your featured pair. Carol Catchpole on a good runner strikes. Oh, she was she was at the beginning, 3 in a row. And a spare 6-3 spare puts her on 122 in the 6th. Stephen Gill is running the strikes there. 5 in a row there after 2 spares. The Flying Scotsman. Peter Stevenson, Pistol Pete as he's otherwise known. 110 in the 6th with a strike working in the 7th. And Bill Supper then says, Bill and Barbara Chrisman are leaving the US in a few hours and to be in Dublin tomorrow. I did hear that, Bill. Looking forward to it. Thankfully, Bill's feeling a bit better. He's been ill this week, I believe. But yeah, looking forward to seeing Mr. Chrisman. Met him briefly at the World Cup this year. And he said to me, I don't think I've met you, have I? I said, no, Bill. But hopefully I'll get to meet him again. Nice to have the big cheese over here this week. We had a Bill here last year and we had a Bill here this year. Between you, me and the world though, Bill, I've bought him a present as a thank you. He's one of our sponsors on the UK Temping Hall of Fame. And I noticed he likes wearing flat caps. So I come from Yorkshire in England and we invented flat caps, I think. You get given one when you're born. So I bought him a nice flat cap in storm green. And a few little treats for Barbara as well, as a thank you for their kind support. I hope he's not watching, because he's going to know he's getting something now. So into frame 8, Pistol Pete rounds a double in there. But Stephen Gill, after those 5 in a row, left 5 on the back row. Or the back 2 rows. Takes out 3 of them. Bill says, yes, he was feeling better as I spoke to him about an hour ago. Hopefully I will be back next year. And he will be wearing a flat cap this weekend, guaranteed. Yeah, I noticed that. I thought, what's the one thing you can get, like the boss of a big, massive company? I know, a flat cap. He likes them. What place is the cut, Dom? Says David Say. And Paul Edds is saying, what are you going to do next year, Dom? I'm probably going to be sleeping when everybody else is getting up. I'll be doing what I normally do. Working on the Hall of Fame, working on Talk Temping, working on the World Cup. Just won't be streaming. I've done 5 years of it now. I think it's time for a new team to come in and take the streaming to a new level. And we've lined up a pretty good successor. All will be revealed eventually, I would think, when it's when the deal has been done. But I think you will enjoy it. And back to David Say then, what place is the cut? I'm not sure at the moment, David. Let's have a look on the... Yeah, we're up to squad 10 now, so... I'm not sure exactly how many go through. It's right down to about 50, isn't it, or something. You're looking at 1268, 1270 around that area at the moment. There's a strong feeling it's going to be around about 1290 eventually. So very hard to say with another few squads to go yet. Yeah, so scores are certainly down on last year. But there is a new Icon lane machine and new oil being used. Same pattern, but playing is slightly different. They played a little bit slicker yesterday and a bit drier today, I'm told by the players. But nobody, you know, nobody's moaning about them or anything. They're getting on with it, and they're just struggling to work out the transition from pair to pair as the squad progresses. But it's not supposed to be Route 101, is it? They're supposed to be working for it and finding something somewhere. Welcome to Ian Henderson and to Pat Byrne. Paul Moore, your boy, he's just walking down past us in a moment, I think. He's down the bottom end of the house. He's going on to 7 and 8 now, Pat, so you should see him on the left of your screen. Peter Stevenson then on 4 in a row in frames 7 through the first one in the 10th. Oh, and then comes up a touch high and leaves a 4-9. Your other boy, Rob Thirlby, had a decent block. I think about 100 over in his last squad. Pete Stevenson then is going to finish with a 218 if he picks this up, or 217 if he doesn't. Yeah, 217. 196 for Carol Catchpole. Hi to Joe Cundy, UK Temping Hall of Famer. And in the 20 bowlers, best 20 bowlers of all time. She's that good. Got Selwyn behind us, as you can hear. And Stephen Gill's going to finish with a 228 if he taps out. First one in the 10th. Looking for another 2. Jason Agate going well, 164 in the 7th. And then he's got 3 in a row on the top of that. Pat Byrne says about time. Jason Agate's going to finish with about 242, 243. And we're just waiting on 7, 8, 9 and 10 to finish. The Flying Scotsman's going to finish with a 218 if he picks up this single pin. Keep your questions and chat coming in. Any particular player you want us to find out what they're doing, let us know. So the overall scores at the moment, Alan Bride is still leading the event from day one with 1462. And Ghislaine van der Tol from the Netherlands in second with 1431. In third, Bernice Lim from Singapore with 1418. And then we've got a couple of Finns, unsurprisingly, Timo Putkisto and Laurie Sipila. 1408 and 1406 for those two. James Wigmore, top Englishman at the moment, in 6th place with 1391. Then we've got Anthony Simonson, the defending champion, who's been bowling with plastic in his squads, and he still had 1385. He had games of 236, 247, 175, 267, 203, 257. Over for a flying visit. Decided at the last minute to come and defend the title. And then he's back to the States on Monday for another PBA event. Good year last year, picked up 3 titles. How's Thurlbs and Cocker doing? I'm not sure yet, Joe, but they're on their way down now, so we should get a look. Cocker struggled in his previous squad. Rob isn't on this block, I don't think. He had about 110, 120 over in his previous. Basher Bonfield's joined us again. Hi, Bash. They've got one of those new Badger things, the white Badger, in the Pro Shop. It does look nice. I know you like your nice looking bowling balls. Alright, so we've got a couple of minutes. I can go down and find out how Rog and Lee Cocker have done for you, Joe. I'll be back in 5 minutes as we wait for the players to come onto the featured pair. So take a break, take a Kit Kat, have a cup of tea. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Right, back Joe, and Lee Cocker had a 199, and also Paul Moore had a 199 in that first game. So featured pair now, Mika Goodbayek, Aidan Byrne, and Freya Bragason. Keep your comments and chat coming in. Storm staffers include Ghislaine, Tora, Anthony, Sloan staff for Global and 3G. I didn't know Ghislaine was Storm now. Really good player, he picked well there, Bill. She's pretty dangerous on the female scene. We'll get Paul Moore just coming into your left-hand side of the screen. He's opened up with the front three. Three-time champion of this event. And he's gone 4 in a row. And an announcement just made recently about Paul. He's going to be a daddy. Congratulations to Cherise and Paul. Expecting a baby of some sort in July. They don't know boy or girl at the moment. They don't want to know until the child is born. Congratulations to pair of you. Yeah, Daddy Moore. Right or left-handed? Says Pat Byrne. Two-handed female righty. Two-handed female lefty. Oh, Lee Cocker's throwing it a bit wide. Missed the pocket and left 3. I think he's on his 3rd squad of the day, is Lee, though. Loves a squad sometimes. Oh yeah, can you imagine if you had twins? Five in a row now for Paul. And Simon's back with us. Hi, Simon.
Hi, Dom.
Did you enjoy your food?
Yeah.
What did you have?
Something honey seasoned chicken or so.
Oh, all right. That's good. Good.
Yeah.
Beats burger and chips. Emily Allen's just joining us again. Welcome back, Emily.
How are the numbers on the streams right now? 45 on Facebook and 72 on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's been getting bigger numbers this week. As in, could use either. Ambidextrous. Is that the word?
You already talked about this one?
Yeah, I've done all them. So Paul Moore looking for... Oh, it gets it. Didn't think it were going to come back, but it did. Front 6 for Paul Moore. Welcome back to Gerard Barrett and to Nigel Curtis. Thanks for tuning in. A reminder for all you folks out in bowling world that we've got a competition running this week on the UK 10-Pin Hall of Fame Facebook and website to name the best or the top 4 male and female bowlers of all time. We have a list of 20 females and 20 males on the website, and you've got to find the top 4 of each, which is not as easy as you think. But if you have a good old think about what people have won over the years, you could maybe work it out. But the database releases at the weekend, over 800 names on it, and we've got pretty much everything anybody's ever won, give or take a few things. So we'll release it, and then we'll sit back and await people letting us know which results we've missed. But anyone tuning in to get a Triple Crown doubles bronze or something will be disappointed. We've only gone for the Masters and the singles. But if you won a junior medal in the NAYBC Nationals, graduate division, you'll be in there as well. Jason Agate, front 5, and left a single pin. Down on 11. Paul Moore. Oh, mixing strike. Oh, we got a smile out of him. 7 in a row.
Yeah, maybe he's a little bit relaxed now. He has a normal job and doesn't rely on.
Yeah, no, he'll still storm out if he goes out in the last 8. He's a passionate player, is Paul.
Yeah, that's for sure. But he doesn't need the money just from the bowling.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah, he's not got the same pressures on now. He's
if he missed out, yeah, that's a shame. But
he's had an awesome career. That's why he's in the top 20. What position? That's for you to decide. But get your entries in by email or message to the UK 10-Pin Hall of Fame Facebook page. And you're playing for a mystery prize. As the head Joe says, as I said, lucky lefty. David say, a rare smile from Paul. Funniest thing I ever saw Paul Moore, I'll give you a story now. We were in Cyprus in the Cockatoos Open, and he throws a shot and he's not happy with it. He comes back and he grabs his ball and he throws it in his bag, and then his face goes white as a sheet and he's digging into his bag looking for his phone. He thought he'd left his phone in the bag, and he throws the ball in, and luckily it was on the other side. So he hadn't broke his phone, but it was just funny.
Yeah, I know somebody who did, but the phone was under under the ball. So
even funnier was he went to the water park, and you know Paul, he's blue most of the time. He burns when it's like 60 degrees. So he went to the water park for a day, and I'm saying to him, "Don't go, Paul, don't go." And he went, and he got burnt, and that he couldn't move for 3 days because he'd burnt all his shoulders and his ears. And he'd only spent about 3 hours out in the sun. Welcome back to Sam Rose and Brandon Roberts. But yeah, quality player over the years, Paul. I think you could honestly say that if it wasn't for Paul Moore, we might not have seen players like Stu and Dom come through like they did. He kind of opened it up for English players to go out into the world and become a big star. Showed the way. Not just Paul though, and obviously there was Kirsten Penny and Zara and Joe who's watching. We had a very strong female contingent of players for a lot of years. But you'll see from the database who's won what when, which has been the most productive decade, and you can start to analyse all the little stats within the database. Who's won the most golds, who's got the most silvers. who's highest on the database that hasn't won any international medal. Because anybody with international medals is going to get more points than domestic. And all that sponsored by Storm as well. The UK 10 Pin Hall of Fame sponsored by Storm Products. Paul's run out of strikes. Got a spare up there now, so he's on a 278 pace after a 199 first game. And I guess the big news for all of us this week then is the big cheese, the boss, the man from Storm, Bill Chrisman and wife Barbara are coming over to the Irish Open. So whoever wins this event this year is probably going to get the trophy given to him by the big man himself.
Yeah.
Quite special. I'm going to get his autograph actually, because I don't reckon many people ask Bill for his autograph. Or maybe they do, I don't know. But I'm going to get it if I can. I bet there's a lot of Storm fans out there that like his autograph. Could maybe run a competition to win a prize. Basha Bonfield says, Dom Gall, tell Alison to up the pace. She's watching whilst jogging on the running machine. Come on, Alison. What, 9 o'clock at night? She's jogging. She shouldn't need to jog anyway, chasing the kids around all day. Thomas Galvin back. Welcome back, Thomas. And on the featured pair, Mika Goodbeck with 153 in the 8th and a split now in the 9th. Aidan Byrne on 155 in the 7th with a strike in the 8th. And Freya Bragason, 4-bagger. Make that a 5-bagger. 67 in the 4th and then 5 in a row. Game 2, Game 3 coming up. Bill Suffer, I have it every month on my paycheck. So you've got his autograph. Do many people ask Bill for his autograph then, Mr. Supper? I'd have thought there's a lot of Storm fans out there would like an item with Bill's name on it. The more rare an autograph is, the better. Basha Bonfield. Well played, Dom, thanks. And welcome to Adam Purnell. Rodge in the pocket again, and he is going to bowl a 278 by the looks of it.
At least a 270 game, so.
Yeah, sticks him 77 over if he gets another one after 2. Be nice to get Paul in the studio again and have a chat with him. I'll say we've been running a competition on the stream while you were bowling, Paul, to name your kid, and we've come up with.
Maybe we should ask the audience to come up with some names.
We're going to call him Hull or her Hull.
Yeah, just keep your give your ideas in the chat and
no, because we'll get some crazy ideas. Welcome back to Greg Marcus as well. Yep, 278 then for Paul Moore. What's Lee Cocker on? He's got a few strikes at the bottom there.
Yeah, 104 in 5, so almost a 4.9.
Yeah, this is going to be a fairly a lowish 2.
163 in 8.
Yeah, so it's going to be a low 2.
Yeah.
Work to do for Mr. Cocker, it seems.
Yeah.
Jason Agate doing okay though. 197 in the 8th with a spare working in the 9th. Liam Moe Rafferty says, I'm enjoying the live streaming as I have for the last 5 years. Good luck to you guys in the future. Thanks, Liam. Really appreciate that. We've really enjoyed doing the stream though, haven't we? It's been good for the last 5 years.
We had our better times and worse times, but
Well, you've been ill one year and
yeah,
we've had technical issues on others, but it's generally fallen into place. I like to think we brought something new with a green screen and
yeah.
the little bits and pieces that we've tried.
It's a little bit more personal and get everybody in there. We win the squad, or that's something to sell.
Yeah, and we actually chat on the commentary
Yeah.
compared to a lot of other teams that don't tend to do it. There's nothing worse than watching a stream for 4 hours and it just being a webcam. I'm not saying we've said anything interesting in that time, but we've generally just waffled on about this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
But yeah, appreciate it, Liam. Thank you. Not retiring totally, though. You know, I'm not doing streaming again, but I will be at the World Cup again this year, thanks to Cubica AMF. It's the best job in the world, that one. Are you doing any more streaming anywhere? Do you still do a little bit with Dutchies or no?
No.
Done now?
No.
Marco still do it all?
Yeah. We have a similar setup in Holland, so it's
Yeah.
pretty easy.
I saw a really cool setup. We were in, where was it? We were at the World Cup this year, and the Filipinos had this like a tower, and they had 2 or 3 phones on there, and they were live streaming with like 3 phones, all linked up with microphones and all the rest of it. So one was on the monitors, one was on the lanes, one was like a close-up as well. A really cool setup.
Yeah.
And then when they wanted to go to another pair, it would just look like on a tripod, they just move it to the next one, and it was a really good setup.
Yeah, if you do it like 9 times, you can stream every pair here.
Yeah. Well, I thought years ago that how hard would it be to put a camera in the scoring system, or you know, at the back of the monitors, or something that picks up the pins, and or maybe one up here somewhere at the front. It wouldn't cost a lot to put a few webcams in a system, and it kind of doubles up as a security system as well, because you've got CCTV on every lane. Then I have seen it done in Bulgaria. I think they've got like webcams on every lane, but they tend not to do commentary either. And of course, the German guy Marco, who does Streamforce, he's really good, but again, he doesn't do a lot of commentary. Yorkshire Moor, yeah. That's what Richard says. We're going to call your kid Yorkshire. Yorkshire Moor. I'd call it Let's Have. Let's Have More. If it's a girl, though, they could call it Moor. M-O-R. Moor Avram is Or Avram's sister. Because I used to joke with him, well, if you married Or's sister, she'd be called More More. And if you have any more kids, you'd have like More More More. So we've got Lee Cocker then on the featured pair now. Sydney Schroschk and Jeffrey Kingma. Keep your comments and chat coming in. We've got Bill Supper watching from Storm at the moment, so if you guys out there have got an idea for a bowling ball, a name for a bowling ball, fire them in now.
Or a smell.
Or a smell, yeah, we did that question earlier. If you wanted Storm to have any particular smell on a bowling ball, what would it be? Could we see Guinness on a bowling ball one day. Or beer.
Oh, just beer.
That'd be a popular one, wouldn't it? But yeah, we've got Bill Supper watching from Storm, so if you've got any really cool names for a bowling ball, fire them in. Who knows if it's really good?
That's a good name. Fire them in. Fire them in.
Fire them in. It's a bit long for a bowling ball, though, isn't it? And what you got to think
Fire
about, what you got to think about with a ball, though, is repeat balls.
Yeah.
You come up with one name, but you know, does it
Fire
tie
them,
into
yeah.
another one? I always thought Navigator was a good name for a ball. You navigate the lane onto the pins. Basher Bonfield, come on, you must have some good idea for bowling balls. Keep them clean though, of course. We have got one of the bosses of Storm watching, so keep your ball ideas clean. Yeah, Bill says he would love to hear them. How cool would that be if a Storm fan or a bowling fan named the next Storm ball? Or one of. Evening all, says the Mark Wanstall. Femke Postma says, smell of fresh drilled bowling balls in a ball. Ah, yeah. Make the ball smell like a bowling ball. Like a drilled ball.
Yeah, a fresh drilled ball, yeah.
Ah, David says, I was just typing Guinness. Yeah, apparently Richard T's confirmed that chocolate's already been used.
Yeah. But they can do a new one.
Has there been mint?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
There must have been mint.
Yeah.
Bill, have we had mint before? A mint Storm ball? Or could have a Scottish one and it could be a haggis. Or sausage. Or maybe do a deal with like a really big perfume company and have like Chanel or something. Imagine a bowling ball with Chanel smell. Make it a pink one and get it smelling like perfume. Ah, you have mint already? Yep. They've already done mint. Yeah, you would have thought you would do mint. It's kind
cinnamon roll. How about that?
Chocolate was the fear factor I'm hearing.
The cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon must be done.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You've done cinnamon, Bill.
Cinnamon with vanilla or something.
Or tie in with a chocolate bar and do M&M's or something.
Complete line of bowling balls in the colours of M&M.
Well, that's it. Yeah, you could have different colours and have a big M on it. So come on, get your ideas in. Oh, blackjack or fruit salad bowling ball, says Mark Wanstall. So licorice, basically. Licorice has been done, hasn't it? Or Oreo or Reese's Pieces flavour, says David say. They would all just smell like chocolate though, wouldn't they? When you come down to it. There's nothing really distinctive about an M&M as such,
no.
Or an Oreo. I think you've nailed it with chocolate, really. Cherry? There must have been cherry before all the fruits have been done, I would have thought. Orange, lemon.
Yeah. That has to be done, yeah.
Watermelon?
Probably. Now watermelon, yeah, does watermelon smell?
They do a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, they do a little bit. Or what's that, honeydew melon?
Yes, also done. Had cinnamon on my road of grip racket.
Light drizzle for a name for a bowling ball. A spare ball that goes right through them. Dupe. Yeah, dupe as a smell on a ball. Or Calvin Klein or something.
Yeah.
It'd be an interesting tie-in if you kind of tie in with one of the big perfumeries. You might get a few rich people want the Calvin Klein from Storm. Bacon, custard. Says Gareth Greaves says custard. Craig Ellis says bacon.
That's for sure.
Certain countries you couldn't sell that maybe though.
No.
Chicken fried rice. Old Spice, says Kerry Simons. Do they still make Old Spice? It's like your great granddad's perfume, wasn't it? Or your great granddad's scent. You know, a white bottle with a little bit of metal thing on top. Sell bowling balls as air fresheners. In fact, that's a good idea. Miniaturize the Storm bowling ball with the scent that comes with that official ball. Stick it on a bit of string. Boom! Car air freshener. Storm car air fresheners.
Just put them in your car in black and put them a lot of, put 5, 6 of them in there. And
sit back and wait for the money to come in.
I think about a name now. I'm looking at Leisureplax. Maybe a Storm Flex.
Flex? Yeah, it's not a bad name. Yeah, Flex. I don't think that's been used in the ball, has it?
No,
as in a lane machine.
Yeah, but
yeah,
you can
that
go either way with it. You can get a Flex Pearl, Solid, name it. Flex Special Edition.
One of Belmore's special editions.
Yeah.
The Flex. Vindaloo. Vindaloo Curry. Cocktail. Gin Fizz. Says Sharon Story. Martin Bishop was the one that said Vindaloo. Yeah, we're getting some good names coming through. Bill at Storm's probably writing all these down and
Yeah.
crossing a few out and going, actually, that one's not too bad.
Yeah.
We could have a look at that one. Angie Brown watching again. So for anyone that's just joined us, you're watching the Irish Open live from the Leisureplex Bowling Centre in Stillorgan, Dublin, Ireland. I'm Dom Gall from TalkTemping.net, and with me is Simon Sheppers as always, and he's from Holland. And at the moment we're naming Storm bowling balls and what scent we would like in them. So if you've got a really cool name for a bowling ball, fire it. Plex has not been used. Plex or Flex, but Plex, yeah, Plex would work. It's different. I had cinnamon on my Rotogrip Wreck-It. Hey, it must get quite hard for you guys at Storm though to kind of pick a name and then pick a scent for it that you haven't used, or
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to come a time where you probably put the same scent in a different ball, and I'll run a competition which has been the best smelly Storm ball over the years and bring it back. I'll bring the next ball with that scent.
Yeah, I know the Prodigy smelled really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. My coach couldn't stand the smell of it, but
Whoever came up with that idea is a genius, though. To make a bowling ball smell.
yeah.
Genius idea. All you get is when you go to the Weber Cup, you've got all these balls lined up, and all you can see is people sniffing them.
And I took it out of the bag it came in the box, and she was like, oh, almost threw up because of the smell. It was so sweet, and oh.
Well, I bet when they're actually making a run of a particular bowling ball, the workshop or the warehouse could smell a little bit like that ball for a bit.
Yeah.
Sweet and sour, says Martin Bishop. How about Storm Total and the Pearl version called Total Recall? Like it, Gareth.
Yeah.
Now you're getting there.
Yeah, the Prodigy had a blueberry smell.
Blueberry. Yeah, blueberry is a good call.
So if Storm is going to do a rerun of an legendary ball, do the Prodigy.
I can imagine Storm's got a list of, different fruits and all the rest of it. So cranberries maybe either been done or going to be done, or raisin, sultana. Oh, now see, I can't say that, Alison. Daniel is now on the running machine in his jumper and his pants. Basher Bonfield, what a boy. So 136 in the 7th for Sydney Schrock. Lee Cocker on 155 in the 7th with a strike working in the 8th. Jeffrey Kingma on 165 in the 7th with a spare in the 8th. They should make a Basher ball and leave the smell out. Basher, there you go. That is a good name, Bill, for a ball, Basher. And then you could have the ultimate Basher. Supernova? Anybody had Supernova as a ball?
Another ball which has the smell of cranberry orange.
Trauma ER, black raspberry, says John Chu. It was Bill Chrisman himself who came up with this scent concept. You can speak with him tomorrow. Yeah, I will try that one. Yeah. Yeah, I like it that they came in from the boss's idea.
Basha.
Basher. Basher with an E, ER. So B-A-S-H-E-R. Basher. An English slang way for a basher would be somebody that hits something. You bash it, you hit it, you... What's another word for bash or hit? Smash.
Smash. Yeah, smash. Switch account. I think you have to do it.
Bill says lively conversation. This is regular for us, Bill. This is usually what we do. We just kind of waffle on for 2 or 3 hours and get everybody interested in something. Brian Gillespie says, release the High Road ending to celebrate the end of the High Road production, if that ever happens.
It will happen sometime.
Selwyn's Turkey, says Martin Bishop. Wasn't it Hammer that did the Supernova? All right, so there's been a Supernova. Ooh, Motis Stormtrooper. I wonder if you could get away with that. Do you reckon Stormtrooper's been copyrighted now?
I think, yeah.
I mean, it came from before that,
yeah.
But... Terry's chocolate orange flavour, and also looks like it. Popcorn, someone else says. Oh, we've got the pop-out chat now, yeah? Yeah, and get them both at the same time. "10 years and still selling. No need to end that run."
No.
No, you're definitely not going to retire something that's super popular.
No, I have 3 hybrid ones, 1 Pro, 1 solid. I have the Hybrid 300 still, so yeah.
I think bringing back the old names, you know, whatever Storm was the first 5 balls, picking one of those and bringing that back.
Yeah.
The Sunstorm was always a popular one. A Sunstorm Pearl, maybe. Jaffa Cake, says Kerry Simons. Popcorn, Bill, has popcorn been done in one of your smells?
Fresh popcorn.
Fresh popcorn, yeah. Because you could have chocolate popcorn as well and bring out the chocolate again. Bill says, I think it's time for me to have a gin and tonic with chips on the side.
Yeah, what time is there now? It's, yeah.
About that time. It's about time for gin and tonic and chips.
Yeah.
Brian Gillespie says, Bill, I wouldn't want it to end. I've had 4 high roads over the time. 1 high road pearl and now a high road black pearl. You could honour me again. You could bring back the domination. Or the dominator.
No popcorn smell, if I remember correctly. Maybe
No
a new
popcorn smell?
Maybe a new.
That could be one then. Popcorn.
Yeah.
You'd probably have popcorn on a yellowish ball though. Maybe would suit it.
Yeah. Yellow, orange, like. Yeah.
Come on, Cocker, says John Longshanks. Cocker's going to finish with Lee Cocker is going to finish with a 2:14 with a spare and a strike. 2:32 for Jeffrey Kingma. And a 2:05 for Sydney. How would you say that? Sydney Schrock.
Maybe we have to ask him how you say his name.
We'll just call him Sid.
Sydney, yeah.
Sue Clifford Smith says, doing well, Craig Barrett. You just joined us, you probably already know this, but you're watching the Irish Open live from the 18-lane Leisureplex in Stillorgan, Dublin, Ireland. My name's Dom Gall from TalkTemping.net, and with me, as always, is Simon Sheppers, who formerly from Dutch Bowling TV, now just likes watching TV. Thanks to our sponsors this week, Storm Products, or the Bowlers Company, Dublin Food Sales, Cooltech Refrigeration, TGI Fridays, Mao, Crumlin Print, the Talbot Hotel, Starbucks, Rocks Jewelers, Eco Hygiene, and of course 900 Global and 3G Shoes. Craigie Farr says, Marmite smell, you either love it or hate it. A new line called The Politician, Split Decision, and Not a Clue. And Help. From Martin Bishop.
What Irish whiskey, Bill Supper says?
Irish whiskey, yeah, Bill. Good call. Right, so we're just going to wait for the next game. Was that game 3? That was game 3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It look like it.
Oh, we're halfway there.
1 hour in.
1 hour in.
So could be 3.
That could have been 2.
2?
No, hang on. No, it's 3.
3.
Yeah, because 199, 278, and what's Paul on now? Oh, he's on a string of strikes again. 105th, and then he's got a 4-bagger up on the board. John Longshanks says, keep using that chocolate orange ball, Cocker. And we'll be back again in the morning at 8 o'clock for another exciting day of bowling. But we do get to the Desperado about, what, 7 o'clock tomorrow or something?
7.
Between 5 and 7? 7:30.
Yeah. Final starting at 20:45 or something.
Something like that, yeah.
And first group and second group at 11:15 or so.
Yeah, 3 games each.
3 frame. Yeah.
3 games each, yeah. And we'll be done by about 11:30 possibly. Yeah, they did bring it down. It used to be 1 o'clock in the morning, didn't it? 1 and 2 in the morning.
Yeah, they used to be extra final step between them.
Right.
There were normally 94 players who make the cut, and yeah.
Yeah, it was like
they took out
2 o'clock in the morning we finished, and then we were up at 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 5 years here have been hard.
That was the 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
Because I remember because I was so sick.
Because you were sick as a dog last year. Yeah, that year.
2 years ago, yeah.
2 years ago.
I qualified like 8 or something and fell ill. Been in the hotel for a whole Sunday.
Yeah.
Came out and I'm dying. Yeah, I was pretty sick that week after. Been home for 2.
Yeah.
Couldn't drive home from the airport.
That bad?
No, my mother came to the airport and picked me up.
Wow.
Came with the train and drove me home.
Yeah, we're just going to have a quick 5-minute break, give us a bathroom break, and we'll be back in 5 minutes with the next squad. Keep your comments coming in. Oh, Bill Supper says, great job, guys. Very much enjoyed my time with you, or the time with you. We'll not be with you at 8 o'clock your time. 6 hours between Dublin and Texas, where I am. Yeah, if we see you again tomorrow, Bill, that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
It gets exciting on Saturday and Sunday.
So 6 hours, so it's 3 o'clock now there.
Yeah. We are actually trying to do something different this week. We've looked at the internet and we found a way where you can do live Skype calls. So what we wanted to do was do a live Skype call with Timmy Mack. So I've already spoke to Timmy, and Timmy will do it if we can do it.
Yeah.
But we need a monitor at the moment now so that we can sync it all up. So we might do it, we might not do it, but if we can, I think it would be a nice little touch to kind of do a Skype call with a Storm staffer somewhere in the world. But we'll try and give that another go tomorrow and see if it's going to happen, because it would be quite cool if it syncs up to have a Storm staffer somewhere in the world do the commentary. But thanks for joining us, Bill.
Let us know if you found a name or send.
yeah, and send us one for free because we give you it. So we're just going to have a 5-minute break and wait and see who comes on this next pair. So we'll be back in a few minutes. All right, welcome back to the 31st Irish Open, live from the 18-lane Leisureplex Bowling Centre in Stillorgan, Dublin, Ireland. And we're into game 4. And on your featured pair, we've got Holly Staran, Mark Kerr, and Wilke Schapok. That's hard to say. Steve Cannell watching, Carnage, welcome. Lucy Williams has joined us. Hi, Lucy. My name's Dom Gall from TalkTemping.net, but you maybe already knew that. For those of you that cannot quite place the accent, I'm from Yorkshire in England. Do apologise for being regional, but I'm not very good at the Queen's English. I do try, but I'm not very good at it. So Hawley starts with a strike and a spare. Mark Kerr with a strike and Wilke with a strike spare also. Keep your comment and chat coming in. Keep your ideas for bowling balls coming in. You can always forward them to Storm. You could be the lucky person that names a Storm bowling ball maybe, if you come up with a really cool idea that they then use. I think that's probably the next thing that the brands need to do, is have a competition to name a bowling ball. And whoever comes up with the best one gets the first one that's made off the production line maybe. And what that will do, at least, it will give whichever brand does it a big list of names that they maybe hadn't thought of. Right, so keep your comments and chat coming in. Tried to get Nick Kepi or Roger Richelo to come on, but they're going to come on tomorrow. Daz Hall says, hello Dom, Weber Cup Team Europe supporters watching, without the blue face paint this time. Hi Daz. Are you going over to the Weber Cup then in Vegas? You guys going to go over? With your blue faces and everything? I think the Europeans are going to need you, because they're not going to have massive support, are they? They're going to have a few there, but I do believe a few are coming over. I know I'm not. I certainly can't afford it. But yeah, Weber Cup coming up soon. It's going to be interesting to see what the team is this year. It's the first time that the players have had a chance to actually earn the spot. So we could well be seeing Jacob Buttruff. Now I still don't get that. They call him Jacob Buttruff, but his name's Butturf. So how can you like put an R there when it's not actually there? But I've met him. He's a nice kid. He was in Hermosillo a couple of years ago for the World Cup, and there was a stray dog, a stray puppy, a lovely little thing it was. Obviously it wasn't looked after by anybody, but it would come round every morning and we'd all give it a little bit of food, and Jacob really took to Jacob, and Jacob was sat down outside cuddling it sort of thing. Said you better get some shots after that. It was a dirty little thing, but it was cute. But he's got a heart as Jacob. He's a nice kid. Unusual style, double jointed. But he's going to be around for a while, is Jacob, by the looks of it. He's going to win a lot more titles. He's certainly shaking up the PBA Tour at the moment. And Jesper currently leading the European spot. I think it's probably a given that Dom, Stu and Jesper are definitely in. I think if I were Martin, I might be sweating on my spot a little bit. But Martin has always been a good player at the Weber Cup. It wouldn't be a bad team to put the same four in. But there is a few other European players out there fighting for that spot now. You've got Richie Thies, Pontus from Sweden. Probably a few Swedes that could do a good job. Thomas Larsson from Denmark is another one that would be looking for a spot at some point. I don't know if the Weber Cup could, the European team could have 3 English players in the team, especially after Brexit. Are we actually going to be able to play the Weber Cup? I'm wondering about that. Or do we have to change it totally now? It'll have to be USA versus UK. And then it can be Stu Williams, Don Barrett, Richie Thies, and who would be the 4th English player? There's a question now. If we had an all-English Weber Cup team playing the Americans, and you've got Richie, Paul, Paul Moore would be 4th one. Yeah, Richie, Paul, Dom and Stu. I'd fancy their chances. He's away for this Weber Cup, but Big Paul's going, says Daz. Gutted he won't be there. Or at least some of you are going over then. In the full blue get up and wig and everything, is he going to do that? Certainly all eyes will be on him if he does. The Americans will love that stuff. Because there's probably going to be an Uncle Sam dressed up somewhere. What's Mark Kerr had so far, says Paul Gregg. Where is Mark Kerr? If you bear with us about another game or so, I'm going to go around after 5 games. So I'll be able to tell you definitely then, because we've got to find out who's going to win the squad at the end. Oh no, Mark Kerr's there. He's in front of us. He strikes bare turkey at the moment. If we can get his attention on the way back, we'll ask him. Of course, yeah, Michael McCall says if it's UK, it doesn't have to be all English. Oh, shall I be controversial now, though? Stephen Gill's got a shot at it, but there's not many after that. And, you know, unless James Futner wins this event this week, there's not too many Welsh you could say that they're ahead of English players, let's be honest about it all. That's not to say there isn't a few useful other home nation players out there. There is. And as you'll see from the UK temping database at the weekend, we do have some Scots in the list. There's a Northern Ireland, a couple of Northern Ireland in there, and more. Sloane Ranger, good call. You're into Ireland then, though, aren't you? That's Europe. Sloane Ranger could be looking at a place in the next year or two. Adopt him as UK. How's Selwyn doing? He's not bowling this squad. He was at the back for a while, but he's disappeared now, Selwyn. But he's been bowling okay. He's going to make it.
He's sitting over there.
Oh, is he sitting down there?
Yeah.
Now?
Just behind the guy who stands there.
Right. nor Moose new cases, nor do we need the Europeans after March. Who knows what's going to happen with Brexit at the minute. They're just fighting in lumps amongst themselves, aren't they? They don't really want us to leave, some of them. And they work for us. We're leaving. Because if they don't, there's going to be a little bit of civil war in England, I think. Democracy dies. If they don't go out now, democracy dies. Because what did you vote for? Just to be told you've got to vote again until they get the answer? Nah, that's not.
We had a discussion about it on Wednesday night.
We could vote back in if another government comes in and they want to, you know what I mean? They could do all that, but...
Yeah, we had a discussion about it Wednesday night with the Dutchies, and the votes on the first time were just like the little bit older group of working people. The newer guys, like the younger, like, oh wait, we don't want to exit because we want to travel free and all that kind of stuff. So if they're gonna vote again now,
a lot of people have been voting on their own personal situation within it, as opposed to maybe what's right for the country as a whole. Or let's not get too political, though.
No, but I think the result will be different when there is a new vote.
Yeah. Well, no, you say that, but I'm not so sure. Not so sure. I think there's enough. There was 1 million people more voted to go out than in, and they're saying that people have changed their minds, and there might be people changed their minds on the other side and thought it's been a mess this year, maybe we should go. Beatles Rule says Richard Tricky Hood could make a comeback. He kind of has made a comeback. He's playing again, is Richie Hood. Good player. Hollister Anlin 153 in the 7th with a strike in the 8th. Pick of the players on this pair. Just wait for Matt Kerr to bowl his shot, and then when he comes back we'll have a quick chat and ask him how he's done.
We had an issue on lanes 3 and 4 because they are just starting their game.
There's been an issue?
Yeah.
Alright, so the half a game, we're going to be a bit delayed then. Damn, we've been doing so well. So Mark Kerr on 139 in the 6th with a strike working in the 7th. Wearing jazzy pants is Mark. Like Kyle Troop without the throw.
No, then he should be having a matching shirt as well.
Yeah. He's toned it down now, though. He's got all serious, hasn't he? Gone is the circus clown look, and in is the shorter, tighter throw and kind of normal clothes. Mark picks up the 2. Let's have a quick look with Mark. He's on about a 200 average, just under, just over, roundabout. Don't ask Mark when he's bowling. I know he's bowling now. So we're coming up to the end of this game, but we're going to be delayed because... And it's doubles pace as well, isn't it, that one down there? So it's going to be an extra 20 minutes.
Is it the only one? No, we have 2 fours.
and the rest is all 3.
Stephen Gill's down on that one that's been delayed. Don't know what that was. Might have just been a spare.
No, turkey.
A turkey.
Yeah, and probably. Yeah, turkey there. Because Selwyn was going as well.
Any standout games in this squad, says Carl Dreyer?
Second game, 278 from
Paul Moore from a 278. That's been the pick of the ones we've seen.
Yeah, some 220s, 230s, but
nothing massive though.
No.
When it's unless Paul continues his string of games or anything, I don't think we're going to see a 15. Might see a 14, but
yeah,
he had 199 first game. And
high 13, low 14.
Yeah. He'll be 1350 plus,
because
will
the
Paul,
score
unless he...
of Alan was on, lanes react differently, right? With the score of 1462.
Yeah.
The scoring is a little bit lower than last couple of years.
Yeah, it has been so far.
But it's better. It's not like crazy like last year. You had
no, true. It's a lot tighter now.
1500 for top 4 or something. Top 5.
Yeah, crazy. Well, on the featured pair, Hollister Ann's going to finish with a 232. 232 for the Irishman. 179 for Wilke Schachbok. And Mark Kerr's going to finish with a 225 if he strikes out. Carl Dreyer, great, so I might make the cut. Smiley face. You might. We're kind of guessing round about 1280 to 1300 at the moment for the cut. Maybe a touch lower, who knows? And Mark Kerr comes through the face. Leaves the 3-6. Oh, and chops it. 193 then. What we're going to do now, what we're going to do for 10 minutes, we're going to have to just spin the camera around or something, aren't we?
Yeah, maybe they will move on, but
we won't wait for them. It'll just be one lane at the end that's delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, might have to be. Can we spin the camera around then and just pick up some action? Why won't that turn? Ah, it will now. There we go. So let's down to Stephen Gill's pair. So we get it about there. There's a pair down there. It's going to take a little bit longer. On 3 and 4.
Yeah, I have to results of last year. 1552 including bonus, but 1510 scratch.
Yeah.
1527, 1509, 1497.
100 pins down, aren't we?
Yeah.
Pace wise, compared to last year. What was the cut last year in the end? It was 218.
1308.
1308 Del Delaney.
Somewhere around there, yeah. Around the 1300 mark.
All right, so the cut itself's going to be, you know, within 20 or 30, but the overall top scores are not going to be as high.
No.
Could make for an interesting event, this one.
Last year my squad was series was a little bit better. 19 pins.
19 pins. Yeah, and where were you? You were nowhere with 19 pins less last year. 29th last year.
Yeah, and I was then down 40.
Right.
Plays 40.
Get the deck of lane 6, please. Lane 6 is finished now.
Yeah.
We're just trying to pick up 1, 2, 3, and 4 best we can. So at the end of this next game, game 5, I will run down the lanes and see who's doing what. We'll get a rough idea of who's going to take the squad at the end. Martin Bishop says, Pete Stevenson, time to up the pace, lad. In fact, while we've got a bit of time, I'll have, oh no, because the sheets are all getting moved around. Now I'll go down shortly.
Yeah. We got some new names here already, so it will go. I mean,
All right, yep.
play again.
Yep, they're going to get on in a second. We're going to have Patrick Yannick Sorensen, Gav Greaves, and Francesca Pluis.
I'm both with Patrick yesterday on the same pair,
Yeah.
and he couldn't figure it out somehow. He saw my line and he tried it, and he just got 10 pin, 10 pin, 7 pin, high, 10 pin, and he moved in and did find it, but really unreliable over under and what everybody's seeing.
Yeah.
Because that is the new oil on the lane.
Just definitely playing different. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be the same as it always is. 'Cause
No.
people get used to that. And
Everybody brought stuff like the same as last year, and they came and.
but this is not
wait.
tough. It's you know
It's easy tough.
yeah, yeah.
If you have a shot, you can play. You have a little bit of room, but otherwise, yeah, you will be killed. You get off the lanes with 150, 160.
Yeah. Well, actually, this year at the minute, you can get away with a 160, 170 to a degree, as long as you kind of get some better games going on.
But you still have to.
Yeah, you still
have 2 big games like 230, 240.
Oh yeah, you need at least 2 or 3 240s in there.
Yeah.
And then maybe 180 and a couple of low 2s will give you a decent score.
Yeah. Let's turn the camera back now.
Yep.
Because we're
And we'll be back in a minute or so with some extra commentary. We'll just have a quick break. And we're back live at the Irish Open 2019. I always get confused in January. You forget that it's like 2000, it's the year after the year before, sort of.
Yeah. You have to.
It kind of sounds weird when you say it. And
Yeah, you have to.
all right, yeah, it is 2019.
Even with writing stuff like you're writing the date and
You put an 8 and then you have to cross a line and put a line down.
yeah.
Keep your comments in chat coming in. We've got 2 games to go. We're going to go down the lanes at the end of this game and get a rough idea of who's doing what.
Yeah.
Find the top 3 and see who's going to be the squad winner.
I think you can walk by the usual suspects, I think.
To a degree, yeah. Yeah, there's always a secret one somewhere that's kind of under the radar, shooting 220s and
Just keeping
not really noticing it. But Roger's going to be up there, Paul Moore, somewhere. Lee Cocker looks like he's still struggling a little bit. As I say, keep your chat coming in. Got any questions?
If you have any questions for Bill Chrisman tomorrow, just
start thinking about your questions for Bill Chrisman.
yeah.
We're hoping to get him on at some point. That'll be a good thing to retire to then, having the big boss of Storm come on.
Yeah, maybe we have Simonson and
Yeah, we'll get
Ingham.
Yeah, well, Bill's kind of pretty much told us to get him in anyway,
Yeah.
so we'll get Anthony and Chris and we'll just say, would you like to come in? And then we'll, no. Actually, Bill's told you, you've got to come in.
Yeah, you have to.
We thought we'd give you a chance first.
Make a screenshot of the thing
Screenshot, yeah, where is it?
there. And then you have a nice tool on snipping tool.
What am I getting, the whole thing?
Oh, just click new. Then you can just drag a box around it.
Where is it there? Oh, yeah, can we have... right, yeah.
And you can just save it.
Save. Stream chat 1. Desktop. Save. Right, we've got it now. We've got proof that the boss has told them to come on. They're not going to take none of their petulance. Welcome back to Andy McLeod and Eric Harvey. So Patrick Yannick Sorensen on 44 in the third with a spare in the fourth. Gav Greaves with a double and a spare. And Francesca Pluis with an open frame and 2 spares. Soon to be 3 spares. Oh no, chopped it.
Yeah, that's a nasty thing about going for the 1-2-4 with a spare ball.
Yeah,
And
you
going
either
straight.
washing line them and hit them on the bomb, or you've got to cover them.
Yeah, come in from the right and just let the ball hook
Yeah.
towards it and take them all out. Going straight at an, the 3-6 then it's the same thing. If you're going too straight, you will chop it.
One of them easy spares, but daft as it seems, quite hard sometimes. You've got to decide if you're going to bowl it hard and fast, or if you're going to just bowl your normal shot but just drop a little bit of pace and allow it to cross.
Most of the times I just straight up my hand and fling it. A little bit of revs on it, so
that's probably the way to do it.
Recovers a little bit if it goes to the outside, but yeah, it's going straight through the oil, so no chance of hooking. Mark Kerr is now
throwing it super wide.
Yeah, but it will recover.
Good shot though, it does come back.
High Road X.
High Road X.
Yeah. Mark Kerr is on front 4.
Yeah?
Yeah. Going for the front 5.
Maybe.
He likes it.
Oh, just comes up a little bit high.
And Lee started with front 4, I believe, as well.
Who?
Lee Cocker.
Yeah, good old Lee. Where's that? Can't see him.
He's on lane 17, 18.
I'm going to say he's right down there. Yeah, I'm surprised you can see the score from here. So Gav Greaves looking for strike in the 5th frame. Will he do it? Oh, he's thrown it wide. Oh, it's not quite come back. Missed the pocket. How is Stephen bowling, says Ashley Gill. I don't rightly know. He's just started on 7 and 8.
Stephen. Your sister's asking how you're doing.
He's 116 over at the moment. So he might be the number, actually. So I've got Stephen to watch out for. Paul was going well. I don't mind getting Stephen in to do an interview because I can understand Scottish. Paul Ed's a good question. What spares did you not like shooting? He didn't like the 310s. Baby splits were always difficult, weren't they? They were kind of not the easiest in the world. The 910 or the 7-8 was always a difficult one. I never really bothered me spares. I didn't like hitting any spare if I could. I wanted to strike, but it wasn't that good. 10 pins. I don't really like leaving so many 10 pins and having to spare them. But I had a pretty good record on spares. I wasn't too bad. I didn't like shooting a 5-pin if I ever left one. But I never left that many. I think I only left them when I was like really young. When I didn't have the power. Pistol Pete through the face for a split. There's a story for the Paul. I don't remember which tournament we'd been to, but Alex Thompson and Gavin Wood were there as well. Scott Banks were there as well. And me and Alex got really ill. I don't know, with flu or something. We felt terrible driving back. Scott Banks decides to write Dom on the front of my car in toothpaste. And just couldn't be bothered rubbing it off going up the motorway. So he gets back to Leeds, gets pulled by the police. And they're looking at the car with Dom written in toothpaste on the front of it. Looking at us two, looking like death. And I think they knew we weren't well. They just let us go anyway. Went home. And then I think we were both in bed for 2 days with the flu. And then stupidly, I hadn't taken the toothpaste off that said Dom, so I was left with Dom written on me. My bonnet when I rubbed it all off. So I had to get a bit of heavy tea cutting and polishing up again to get it back out. All the fun of the fair at the Yaks. And debagging, do you remember debagging? where you'd go behind a player and just yank the trousers down, because everybody was wearing tracksuits in those days. Usually at the beginning of a squad, the player would get on the lane, just about to bowl the shot. Everybody steps back, somebody comes up, trousers down, D-bag. Welcome to Kira Ray. She's another one in the top 20 female bowlers of all time. And as you can imagine, Kira not been around as long as a lot of the other ones, so she's won a lot in a short space of time. You need to get you back on the lanes, Kira. Got too much talent in that little pocket rocket body of yours. A winner of this event as well. So coming up to the end of game 5 on your featured pair, Francesca Pluis with 110 in the 7th and a strike in the 8th. Patrick Yannick Sorensen on 122 in the 7th. And Gavin Greaves, the pick of the players. Double, 3 spares and then a double, 104 in the 5th. Just need everybody to finish up soon. It's been a long day, we need to go to bed, because we've got to be up at the crack of dawn again for another day of bowling. You've all gone a little bit quiet on the chat on YouTube and Facebook. Come on. Let's have some more questions and stuff. Ask me anything. I might even give you an answer. Stephen Gill still striking for fun. Strike, spare strike for Stephen. Paul Edds, I've never heard that before. Alex was a good player, big backswing for a junior. Yeah, it was, really big backswing. There was a wealth of talent in that those Yak days of ours, Paul. Any one of them could technically have gone on and been a big star. I think if we had to be honest about it all, it was Steve Thornton that was the one that came out of our era that was the best, eventually, over the years. He's in the top 20 Hall of Fame of all time. Where he is will be revealed soon. Colin Gross, super player back then. Paul Loberman, of course. Yourself, Paul? Good player, Mr. Edzer. And your sister. Emma Barlow. Whatever happened to Emma Barlow? She won World Youth Gold. We've got her in the database. She was the original pocket rocket. Little but a lot of talent. And Dave Granger joined us again. Welcome back, boss. My boss at the Hall of Fame, Mr. President, sir. I'm bowing. We've been talking about the database quite a bit this week. Still hoping to get more entries in for the competition, where you can win a mystery prize. Woo! And the big news we've heard wasn't coming, is coming, wasn't coming, is coming. But Bill Chrisman, the big boss of Storm, will be here tomorrow. So we're hoping to get him on the stream for a bit of a chat. We'll thank him for the sponsorship for this event and for the Hall of Fame. Got a little present for him as well. And then when he gets to like me, I'll say, would you like to sponsor Talk Temping, Bill? I don't think I could even do that. I'd be too shy. Paul Meeker's back. Hi, Paul. Timo Mikkonen. Any Finns playing right now? I don't think there is, Mika. Timo. Sorry. Dapper Pen. What squad are you bowling, Dom? Good one. I bowled a few games recently. Well, about two and a half games at Shipley, testing the new Specto system, and I was doing all right for a while. And then I started bowling with a ball that didn't really fit, and ragged my hand. It's been sore ever since, and it's been like maybe a month, 2 months since I last played. But my wrist is still not really recovered from it yet. Kind of my own fault because I was bowling with a ball that just didn't fit, and I was having trouble keeping hold of it anyway, and then I'm trying to rag it as well. Paul Meeker says, hi Dom. David Grunge says, just under 2 hours to get your entry in for the best bowlers competition. Of course, yeah, it's tonight, isn't it? I was thinking it was Saturday, but it's not, it's Friday night. So yeah, you've got 2 hours to get your answers in to the UK Temping Hall of Fame Facebook page, or send your email to gravedanger300@aol.com, and we're looking for the best 4 bowlers in male and female of all time, and I'll give you the list of the names that you can be choosing from. We need it in the correct order, but the prize will be given to a person that is the closest. And the players that you are looking for in the top 20: Donna Adams, Fiona Banks, Pauline Buck-Smith, Jenny Carter-Billingham, Verity Crawley, Joe Cundy-Harris, Zara Giles-Glover, Nikki Hamilton-Harvey, Gemma Harden-Burden, Judy Howlett-Robbins, Lisa John, Sheila Leonard, Kim Oakley-Coote, or Melcham at the end, I think it used to be called, Kirsten Penny, Kira Ray, Hayley Russell-White, Meg Shaw-Jordash, Anne Smith, Holly Towersey, Gina Wardle. You're looking for the top 4 women of all time out of that 20 in the correct order. And in the men, Dominic Barrett, Chris Buck, Jeff Buck, Bernie Caterer, Darren Cundy, Paul Delaney, Lol Ellis, Alan Fawcett, Nick Froggatt, Wayne Greenall, Richard Hood, Kevin Horton from Northern Ireland, Brian Michael, Paul Moore, Ron Oldfield, David Pond, Mike Quarry, Phil Scammell, Richard Teese, Steve Thornton, and Stuart Williams. If you can pick the top 4 men and the top 4 women, you're going to win a special prize, a special mystery prize. Woo-woo. And we will announce the winners on the live stream just before the final on Sunday. And hopefully we'll get Bill Chrisman himself to reveal the top 4s, seeing as he sponsors the UK Temping Hall of Fame. So you've got a little under an hour and 3/4 to get your answers in if you want to be part of that question and answers and competition. That's open for UK bowlers and Ireland bowlers, or Ireland people. If you're from outside Ireland and the UK, you can still enter, but you will not be eligible for the prize. But if you can want to do it for a bit of fun, we'd love to see your... Yeah, no Scots in the top 20. And that's based on facts. but there is Scots people in the list. I will say no more than that. We are still collecting the results from the home nations. We do have some Scotch, Welsh and Northern Irish results, but we're also looking for more. So we want to save the history, but we want you to help us save the history by saving your own. We've had a lot of stuff thanks to Grant and Lauren Duggan from Northern Ireland. The Scots and the Welsh are both sending information in now. Where are the Hall of Fame inductions taking place this year, as Weber Cup is in the States? And when will Tricky get his deserved place? The Weber Cup is in the States, so we can't go to the Weber Cup for the awards this year, so we're probably going to have them somewhere else. It has not officially been decided yet. Depending on who wins, it could be the senior counties or the adult counties at the big awards dinner thing, or who knows. We might arrange a pro celebrity in the meantime and have it in a boutique in London or something. It's all up for grabs, but the committee will be taking the vote very shortly, making the nominations and then voting on the two that will go in this year, or if there's a tie, more. The reason for the UK database is to educate and offer information to the committee when making their choices, because it's not always based on, say, the top 5. You know, if you're 5th and you're not in the Hall of Fame, just because you're 5th doesn't guarantee you're going to be the next person in. There's factors involved like what was won and when. So a World Championship medal in the 70s or 80s will be well considered, as will any medals in the later years. But it'll be interesting to see who the committee pick this year. It will probably be somebody within the, well, I'm almost certain it'll be within the top 20. So whoever's on that list that isn't already in the Hall of Fame will be in contention. I don't think we can deny that. I don't think we're going to pick player 32 when there's players in the 20 that are not in yet. Not an easy thing to do, let's be honest, and come on, we've got so many good players, as you'll see from the list, that deserve a place. It's a matter of time for a lot of them, really. But Richard Hood will be under consideration like everybody else. But I would probably guess myself if they're in the top 20, I think we're probably looking at those names before anybody that's outside of the 20. But having said that, some of the people outside the 20 don't have long careers as such. They may be only bowled, I don't know, for 10 or 15 years in the 70s, but won a lot. So a lot to consider. And let's be honest, whoever gets picked, it's not going to be somebody that doesn't deserve it. But there's always going to be other people out there that maybe think, oh, well, he should have got in before him, or I would have gone for this player, or what I'd be saying is they're all going to get in eventually. And hopefully the Hall of Fame is going to be going for a lot of years yet. That's the idea anyway. Should be longer. Still there long after I'm gone. Stephen Gill striking well. Right, so I'm going to take a short break now, and I'm going to run down the lanes, and I'm going to see roughly who's who in this squad. Get a rough idea of who we're going to get in for the interview at the end. Welcome to Mark Russell, Ray Cullen, and Kenny Birch. Hey, Kenny. Seen you for years. Used to bowl with Kenny Birch at Sheffield. We used to have a laugh. Bowling with Big Al. And Barnsley Bob. Right, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Right, Chaz says, what's the scores looking like? Not great actually across the house, but Paul Moore's 168 over. Way ahead of anybody else by the looks of it. The only one coming close at the minute is Stephen Gill on about 120 over. And he's on for about 220 again here. But he's going to have to go some if he's catching Paul, because Paul's playing quite well at the minute. But it looks like we're going to have Rog in the interview at the end. Says, Paul, what are you on? He says, 168. Oh yeah, doing all right then. I'm not going to be 168 under, am I? So I don't know, Rog. Don't know how well you're bowling these days. But yeah, it's quality, innit, Paul? Even when he bowls bad, he doesn't really. He's never 168 under. Getting some entries in for the Hall of Fame now. Just seen one flash up on my feed. You've got an hour and a half to get your entries in for the UK 10-pin Hall of Fame competition to name the best form male and the best form female players of all time from a list of 20 players on the UK 10-pin Hall of Fame website. The actual website, UK 10-pin Hall of Fame. .com. I think it's .com. Is it .com? I built the website, I should know. .co.uk, of course. UK 10-pin Hall of Fame.co.uk. Also up there on the Hall of Fame website, we've got UK records already. So you've got an hour and a half to go through the UK records, have a look at everything, and then work out your top fours from that. But on the UK records, we've got Inter-County Championship winners, Bowling World Cup, BTBA National Records, World 10-pin Masters, World Ranking Masters results, World Championships, World Games, World 10-pin Team Cup, British, English, Scottish, Welsh Opens, London International Match Play, Tours, NST, SBC, PTBC, ESBT, European Bowling Tour, of course, Professional Bowling Tour, Commonwealth Games and Youth Championships, World Youth Championships and Youth Games, European Championships, European Team Cup and European Champions Cup, and of course European Youth Championships, Youth and Intermediate Cups. All those results are in the database, so if you've got time in the next hour and a half to look through all those, it might give you a helping hand towards picking your top fours. So coming into the last game now. One more game to go. One more game till tomorrow. And we're going to find out who's on our pair for the final game. Looks like Jason Agate's going to be on there. Yeah, Jason saw his scores not so long back, and they weren't amazing. He's behind Stephen Gill and Paul in this squad. Not really got going today. I think he's on his second or third squad today, so he must be quite tired at this point. 18 games in a day would be enough for anybody, I think. Are you listening in, Jay? So on the featured pair then, we've got Gudjon Juliussen, Jason Agate, Sigurd Clemensdotter and Sean Farron. Oh, just seen an entry from Brian Gillespie to the UK Temping Hall of Fame. Let's have a look who he's picked. We've done it blind so that everybody doesn't know what everybody else is picking, just in case they kind of copy and stuff, but yeah, not looking too bad. Some of the names coming through on some of the entries. Going to be interesting. And of course, when the names are released, you'll be able to see all their information on why those people are where they are. I don't think we've missed too much, but that's for you players to let us know when you see your name on the database. Have we got all your results? We'll want you to send in ones that we're missing, with proof if at all possible, or, you know, point us in the right direction to find those results. As you can imagine, it's been no mean feat trying to find 60 years worth of Temping bowling results. It's taken a few years to get to this stage, but I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. It's been worth it, and still a lot of work still to do. And I must say, it's this work's all been done by David Granger, the president of the UK Temping Hall of Fame. He was given all the available results by myself, and he's inputted everything into a database, built it from scratch. Lots and lots of man hours in there, cross-referencing and checking and putting bios up for players and photos, and it's a shed load of work. So Jason Agate opens with a split. 8-1. We'll keep his eye on Paul Moore now and see what he's gonna do. He's 168 overall ready. He's more than capable of being 200 over at the end of this, though. Which would put him in the top 3, roundabout. And he struck to start off with. You just joined us then, you're watching the Irish Open live from the 18-lane Leisureplex Bowling Centre in Stillorgan, Dublin, Ireland. Winning the last game of the day, squad 11, game 6. Thank you to our main sponsor this week, Storm, the Bowlers Company. Also to 900 Global and 3G Shoes. And of course all our masking unit sponsors. I won't reel out those again, but thank you. You can see them all there, or most of them. Robert Gavin joined. Hi, Robert. Carl Buckley has just sent his entry into the UK Hall of Fame. Again, won't comment too much on the names that he's put down. But you've got a little under an hour and 25 minutes now to get your entries in if you want to be part of the competition to win a mystery prize. What could it be? It could be anything. It could be something super awesome. One or two of the players look like they're going through the motions. Been a long day for some of them. Welcome back to Manel Hannon. Martin Bishop says Thirlby to win. It's not a bad call, that. Not a bad call at all. Maybe we're going to see Alan Bride go all the way. He's leading it and he's led it from pretty much day one. We've not seen him again all week. Maybe we'll see him tomorrow before the finals, but I don't think he needs to play. Certainly doesn't need to play. Not if he's still leading it and nobody's touched him. Kevin Horton says, Dom, is the ESBC European Senior Bowling Championship included? The only ones on senior side that are included are the ones that are scratch. Because we had this last week with one of the bowlers from my own county, that we are not including any senior results with age bonus. Not at the moment. It's not going to go in the scratch database anyway, but we have asked for seniors to kind of submit results so that a database of the age bonus ones can be made. We would like that information for reference, but scratch is scratch. You start letting age bonus in, then you have to start letting junior bonus in and all the rest of it, and it starts getting messy then. Scratch is scratch. Lee Chatfield says, tell Jason to have a few more beers. It'll help with carry. I don't think he's been in the pub all day, to be honest with you. He's been in the centre all day bowling. Or most of the day, anyway. Not that I've been watching where he is or anything. So into frame 4 of this last game for the featured pair. Keep an eye on Paul Moore's lane. to see how he's doing. 168 over going into this one. Kevin, is the ESBC scratch? Because we've got the senior championships in, and we've got the senior world championships in. The ISBT's not in there. The senior counties is not in there. Anything that's age bonus is not in there. Lee Chatfield, that's why his ball's hitting like Futner's. He wants to hope it's hitting like Futner's. James bowled really well today. At 13.40, he's going to qualify in his first entry. Yeah, it was. I goes down. No word of a lie, Lee. I goes down the lanes. I'm looking at all the scores. Right, yeah. Rob Thirlby's on 110 over. Tola Torgerson's 100 over. Get down to James Futner's page, and I'm looking at it, and it's going plus 168. And I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at him, and I'm going, what? She said, yeah, I didn't believe it either. And then he had a 180 last game. Or 185 or something, so it dropped down. I think he thought, whoa, I'm getting dizzy. Lad bowled well today. I'm going to take credit for it because we had him on doing commentary before that. We relaxed him. Welcome back again to Lucy Williams. One of a very talented crop of young female bowlers in the country at the moment. The future's bright. A couple of them have made the the World Adult Female Championships. Going to be interesting. Izzy and Mia, I believe, have made the World Championship side this week. It's probably a good idea to stick some of the younger ones in and give them some practice. You're good enough. You're old enough. Sam Rose back. Hi, Sam. Just coming up to halfway through the last game. ESBC age. Oh, right, I think we have got that one in, Kevin, because we were looking at those last week, David and myself. Yeah, I think A and B are a scratch out there, and C's got some handicap in, we saw. But I think David agreed that we were going to include the ESBC, so yeah, I think that's in. Maybe David can confirm if he's still watching. But yeah, all will be revealed on Sunday. And congratulations, sir, for getting in there. You're the only other home nation player to have made it, which is, I think that's quite impressive myself. That means 19 Englishmen have beat you, or maybe not, because we don't know where you are in the 20 yet. But you're in the mix there. But if we've got 800 players on there and 400 are men, and you're in the top 20, then that's pretty impressive. But what we might find now is all the players looking at their list and thinking, oh, I'm only about 6 points behind this guy. I've only got to win this, that and the other. So the positions are all there to be improved on for those that are still with us. Obviously, one or two of the players sadly deceased now, so their points will remain the same for an eternity. But there is quite a lot of players on there that can still improve on the position they've got. Are you still with us, Simon?
Yeah.
You falling asleep?
No.
No, you're all right.
Yeah.
You're going to Boland's?
Afterwards, yeah.
That's a silly question.
Never didn't been there this weekend. So
right, so that means I'm in early again tomorrow then?
No, I will be here as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I'm tired, you can come in and set up and I'll come half an hour later. I feel like I'm going to be tired in the morning.
And after that, I'm going back to the hotel. No, I think I will be off tomorrow afternoon during the last squad. getting some rest for the
I think
night.
you need to. I'll lay off the booze until the finals day now, because you've got a shot at it, to be fair.
Yeah, but I'm not going to drink a lot.
No, I know you wouldn't anyway, but...
Just 1 or 2 and then get back.
Kevin Hart says, you're still doing a great job though, Dom. Thank you. Thanks, Kevin.
I haven't been there yet.
It's been fun, if I'm honest with you, mate. It's one of them much-needed things, really, to find a history that's never been saved and try and extend it to the other home nations. I mean, how are we ever going to get any sponsorship from any companies if they come up to us and say, OK then, what have you won in the last 50 years? And then, OK, we'll get back to you. And then 6 months later, yeah, we've got a few results for you. Don Buckley, is it too late to get a flight over? I don't know, you tell me.
Yeah.
You'd have to get your squads booked first if you're going to play, but if you're just coming over for fun...
There's a flight always. There's always a flight.
Yeah, there's...
I mean, it will be expensive, but...
Yeah, and on the day of leaving, probably, it's... Yeah, there's plenty of different ways to get over to Ireland, though. But if you don't come this year, Dom, you could come next year. They look after people called Dom over here, so you'd be all right. What's Paul Moore doing? Oh, he's striking, isn't he?
No. Open frame, split open frame, double, 9 spare strike, so...
What's he on, the 120 in the...
124 or something. 124 and 7.
And he struck.
Yeah, in 8, yeah.
Oh, so he can still 240, is it? Still
214.
214. What'll that give him? That'll give him about 82, 182 over 1382-ish, round about there.
Don't like that.
No, he won't be too happy with that. I think he wanted 14 at least.
Yeah. I think he wants to get the first buy.
Yeah.
At least.
Definitely.
So he already started in the money.
Yeah. Oh, he knows how to play the system, does Paul. And he knows sometimes how to chase a squad
even
when he
better
needs to.
get 2.
Huh?
Even better to get 2, but it's only the top 4, I think.
I think he will have put in for 2 squads though. This is his first, so he'll be again.
He's playing tomorrow again at the last squad.
Yeah, the last squad tomorrow. And he would play it anyway, so he always budgets for at least 2 squads.
Yeah, that's a cheaper option here. You got 2 for 170.
Yeah.
Instead of 130 or 120 for 1. So it's a good deal.
But you don't normally see Paul in the Desperado, put it that way.
No.
Very, very rarely you see him play one of them. I think he accepts if it gets to the Desperado, he doesn't deserve to be in. He's not done enough to qualify. He's quite sensible like that.
Oh, we have some 2 big scores on 11 and 12 going.
Yeah. Mariana Metisknova. You jinxed it though the minute you said that. So she's just left a 7 count. Sarah Hood just put her entry in for the Hall of Fame. Thanks, Sarah. Keep those entries coming in. You've got a little over an hour and 10 minutes to get it done. You get all the information from talktemping.net or the UK Temping Hall of Fame.co.uk. Wow, that photograph, that selfie of me and Annie I put up, I've had 53 people like it already. That's cool. I don't normally do selfies. I'm kind of shy. Stephen Gill from Scotland. And a 280. Nine spare and 7 in a row for Stephen Gill. I wonder now if Stephen Gill can catch Paul if he sticks in a 290.
I think it will be close then.
It would be a lot closer then.
Because you've got 90 plus, so that goes quick.
He was, I think he was 110 over leading into this one.
So it will go to 200 then.
It would go to close to 200, yeah. So he might leapfrog Paul.
Yeah, Paul did struck in the first of the 10, going up for the second one.
Lefty house tonight, isn't it? Oh,
light hit.
Yeah, light hit, 7. Stephen Gill could do it. Let's double check. See what Stephen had over 5. Yeah, back again. It looks like it's going to be Stephen Gill then, because he's 146 over.
He's already passed.
And he's on a
Paul has
290.
201.
Huh?
Paul's 201.
Paul 201.
Yep.
Right, so Ethan finished with 1369.
Yeah, for around 1370.
So it looks like it's Stephen Gill for the squad win.
Yeah, he already passed it.
Yeah, he's already passed him.
Just 60.
Lee Chatfield says, Dom, sorry if you've covered this before with the best bowler thing you and Dave have done. Have you only done the top 20 or is it going to go down further? Oh yeah, it goes down way further. We've got 800 players on there, chatters. We've just announced the top 20 and you've got to pick the 4 from that. But yeah, there's a lot more in there. If you've won anything at senior, adult or junior level, it'll be in there. Oh yeah, we haven't messed about with this, mate. This is super big. Super big. Yeah, we've only revealed the top 20, not in any particular order, obviously, just in alphabetical order. But yeah, there's a lot more players in there. And 147 then on the featured pair for Gudjon Julison. AJ Snegate is going to finish with a 185 if he spare strikes. A 180, maybe a 200 or 210 for Sean Farron. Stephen Gill striking for fun. Going to shoot a 290.
Then we're almost finished for today. Then we're almost finished for today.
Yeah, yeah.
Just got Stephen in and then...
Yeah, and then off. Lee Chatfield, great work though. Can't imagine how you started. Just collecting World of 10 pins basically, mate. World of 10 pins and Go 10 pins. Completed those collections. And then it was a case of go through them all multi-times to pick up results. 10 pin pictorials, strike magazines, all the really old stuff. But we got a lot of the international stuff from the ETBF. Done you. and then reached out to a few people to get other results. Can't believe we found what we found, to be honest with you, mate. I'll tell you one thing, the BTBA didn't help. Well, that's not strictly true. They're helping now. They appreciate what's been done, and it is for them at the end of the day. It's not the current crop of people's fault that records weren't kept over the years. It's whoever put all the stuff in a shed in Balfour Road, for one. They should have been in the loft instead, where they weren't going to get flooded. 14:34. You coming up for interview?
Yeah, I think we're going to switch to the studio now, right?
Yep. So I'll keep talking. We're just going to come off the screen and onto the green screen. So I'll keep talking while that's going in. Get in, Stephen Gill. Great shooting, says Stephen Geeter. Simon, you going to hit the pub for a few beers? Says Chatters.
Yeah.
Billy Gill says, well done, son. Could be the first Scottish winner of this event. Well, first male Scottish winner, because Laura Roney's won it. And she's in the database, unsurprisingly. Another Northern Ireland player, if you're still watching, Kevin. Billy Nimick's in there. I kind of remember Billy from when I was a kid, and he was awesome way back. Right, so we're all set up. When you ready, Stevie? Huh? Don't need it. Don't need it. I'm half Scottish, that's what I am. Yeah, looks good. Yeah. So bear with us. We're just going to get... he's just getting some photos taken. Yeah, Michael's more important. Get that one done first. Got to get the photo to Bowling Digital. Got to keep Herbert happy. I hope you've been watching Herbert anyway. I doubt it, but I hope you have. Right, here he comes. Right, what will my first question be? It should be, what are you going to do with £4 grand? No, what's your wife going to do with £4 grand? Here he comes. Here he comes. So we've got our squad winner. The third squad winner in the TV studio. See, I can understand him, but we should be putting a...
I will talk slowly.
Yeah, okay. No, you don't have to. You don't have to.
I'll be nice.
We could use subtitles. Right, Stephen, fantastic squad there.
Yeah.
14:34.
34. So pleased with that.
What did you do across the house? Did you do much?
So my last two squads, I actually moved 4 boards left to where I originally bowled my first two squads. My first two squads were 12:43.
Yeah.
Both of them. So I moved 4 boards left.
4 boards did it.
4 boards, just kept it simple, try to keep it in the oil as long as possible, and it worked.
Yeah.
So
you didn't move much then across the house? Same ball all the way across? Or
same ball the whole way.
What was it?
The normal, pitch black.
Pitch black?
Storm pitch black, as always.
Yeah, just ragging it with a urethane.
Oh, it's best ball in the market.
Are you going to get the new one?
I believe I've ordered 4 already.
4? I believe I've ordered 4 already.
I've asked for a box.
Right. You haven't got a sponsor yet, have you?
No.
Come on, Storm,
Well,
sort it out. You only bowl with Storm, don't you?
I only bowl with Storm,
Yeah.
Roller Grip as well, but I've actually got a couple of companies back home that have sponsored me this year.
Okay.
And they're continuing to sponsor me this year as
So
well.
you're getting a little bit more equipment.
Yeah. So
It's certainly helping then.
hopefully this year I'm going to do a couple more EBTs.
Now you came pretty close in the one at championships recently,
Yeah,
didn't
Hong
you, as
Kong.
well? In Hong Kong.
I came tied 5th in the singles, missed
Yeah.
out by 9 pins. So
What much were it?
I had a 4-6 split in the last game that cost me pretty much.
Is that Am I right in thinking that's the best result for a male Scottish player in the world in the championships?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it is.
Yeah, I think so.
So I had a bet on with my uncle. If I won a medal, I was getting business class coming home. So everybody was like, "Oh, you did really well." I went, "Yep."
I didn't get my business flight home though.
And they're like, "What do you mean?" I said, "It cost me $2,500 on my business class flight, 13 hours business class."
Wow. Oh, so you did get the business class?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
I was quite upset.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a lot of money though, isn't it?
I know. But my uncle.
Just to be able to sleep on the way back.
I know. I didn't even sleep. But I had a nice flight. I had a twin seat to myself though.
You've been playing a bit in Europe in the last couple of years, haven't
Yeah.
you? And done quite well in Europe as well.
Yeah.
Been close and thereabouts sometimes.
I've made cuts. I just need to
Get that next push upwards.
because Madrid was my last one, and I qualified in 10th place,
Uh-huh.
and then got beat in a 2-game knockout. I had a couple of 7 pins, 8 pins, and that was it.
I won't want to blow smoke up your backside or anything, but you're the best Scottish bowler in a lot of years up there. You know, it's been a long time since we've had some really good Scotch male bowler. Rob Burney was a name I remember years ago.
Blast for the past.
Yeah, and then the Welsh guy, what's his name?
Oh, Rob Bruce.
Rob Bruce. And his brother, actually, Richard Malloy. He used to
yeah.
be a really good Scots player.
Yeah,
But, yeah, for a small country, you've had some decent players over the years.
yeah.
But hopefully, you know, if you can, you know, fly a little bit more, it's going to encourage some of the younger kids.
All depends on what the wife says.
Wow.
That's the main thing.
That's it. What if you become famous in Scotland, though? I'm married to him when you're famous.
We've got a wee bet on this trip.
What's that?
If I finish in the top 8, she goes to Vegas.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's my goal.
She don't need much twisting to go to Vegas, does she, though?
That's. Oh, we go to Vegas.
She likes the trip. What have you got lined up this year, then?
I'm hopefully going to be doing Euro Challenge.
Uh-huh.
I believe I've not had it confirmed yet, but I do believe I've been selected to play in the European Championships in Germany as well.
For Scotland?
Yeah, and I might do.
You do believe? It's like they're going to drop you out there.
I've not had any letters yet or any confirmation,
Right, okay.
but I did finish in the top 6 last year.
Yeah.
So
Well, they're not going to not take you, I wouldn't have thought.
yeah, so
I think you're the best player in Scotland, so I hope that counts for something.
yeah, I won the rankings last year as well.
You
so.
did? Yeah. How much practice do you get at Livingston?
So before I came away, I bowled 3 times since Hong Kong.
Is that it?
I sliced my hand open
Right, okay.
last month, so I spent the whole Christmas with a bandage on. So I'm not actually meant to be bowling until March.
Right, okay, but you've come back.
Painkillers.
I never noticed. You've got a massive thumb, haven't you?
Yeah, I sliced it open, whole lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, half of the week.
Are you feeling anything with it at the moment?
I get a wee bit of pain every so often. So when I'm bowling, if I do something different, it does affect. So
Yeah. You're not going to play again before the
No,
finals now? That's
I
enough.
had a squad tomorrow, and I've now pulled out of it.
Does that puts you second, doesn't it?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Simon, is he second? Is he second or third? Because Ghislaine bowled 14-something today, didn't she? I think you're second, just behind the current leader, Mr. Bride. But we'll get that checked now.
31. So I'm second.
31. Second, yeah.
That's good.
Well played.
Thank you.
Right, we'll let you get off then, because
Yes.
it's been a long day. And enjoy tomorrow, and we'll see you in the finals for sure.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Right, that just about concludes. Well done, Steve. Thanks. Just about concludes the show for the today. We'll be back in the morning at 8 o'clock. Hope you've enjoyed it all. You've been great. It's been a pleasure talking to you all today. And Simon and I will be back in the morning, so we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.